Oh my god, I hit the camera too hard. There we go. What's going on, guys? We're right back with part 5 of What If I My Hero Academia edition. I'm gonna call this part 5. Season 1 ended. I don't know how I want to describe this, but it's part 5. Real important stuff's going on. As you just saw, as you just heard. You might not have just heard. It's probably been a while. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe you're watching them all at the same time. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna jump right back into this. Lee Jones has just been saved by Fat Gum. He was about to be murdered by Rune Master and Golem. Fat Gum looks down and says, "Kid, I don't think this was a part of your test today." As Lee Jones is kind of sat down to the side, he does work his way back up to his feet. He works his way back up to his feet, and the heaviness in his chest begins to calm down a bit. He knows his situation was very bad, and knows it's still not entirely great, but more than anything, he realizes that he overdid himself. He knows that he can't probably provide a lot of help or even do anything particularly to help the situation at hand, but he wants to at least try. He gets back up. Kirishima gets back up. Moomin Rider works his way back up to his feet. Horribly. He's bloodied. He's bleeding everywhere. They've broken his glasses. He looks horrible. But he's up. He's up. And he's going to his bike. He's got a hold of his bicycle. Fat Gum's like, "Come on, Moomin. Just watch out. Don't hurt yourself now." Moomin, "No." Coughing up blood. "No, I'm not done yet. You gotta remember, I'm almost as strong as All Might." Okay, you know, it's one of those where Moomin's like, he's living in his own world. So the two villains, Rune Master and Golem. Golem looks over and is like, alright. Seems we have somebody else getting inside of our business. We just can't have a good day today, can we, Rune? Rune Master, I'm gonna make this very clear. I know you're the fat hero, is what they call you. My name is Fat Gum, actually, but that suffices, I guess. Indeed, you will not be any more help than the two maggots that tried to help. I guess that's a man. Disrespectfully pointing at Moomin Rider. Moomin Rider is finally at his breaking point. He grabs his bicycle and he rushes towards. He grabs it, he's picked it up overhead, he's rushing towards Rune Master. And I mean, he's running with everything he's got. And he says, "The name's Moomin Rider," and he's coming down with the bicycle to hit Rune Master. And Rune Master doesn't dodge. He takes the bicycle hit flush right on the temple. And as Moomin Rider lands the attack, he looks up, he's like, "Yeah, how did you like?" Realizing that Rune Master not only did not dodge nor block, he didn't feel it. He then looks down at Moomin Rider and says, "And I was going to kill you quickly. Now I think I'll take my time." And he begins to, again, the runes on his arms begin to glow once again, and he begins to cock back another strike. This time, though, Fat Gum grabs the wrist of Rune Master and says, "I don't think you're going to be doing that this time." And then he cocks back and he punches Rune Master. Rune Master takes at least 2-3 feet back and actually coughs up blood. He actually felt that. Now, the bike attack that Moomin Rider landed onto Rune Master, it may not have shown any physical damage, or he might not have shown that he took any physical damage, but he did have a bit of blood coming out of that one particular spot. Lee, on the other hand, is on the sidelines with Kirishima. And he's He's not hurt, but he just realizes he's got one more thing he could do, and he's gonna have to do it well. Lee Jones then looks over at Kirishima. Kirishima looks over at Lee, and Kirishima and Lee Jones both go and stand side by side with Moomin Rider. So you got Fat Gum in the front, Moomin in the back, Kirishima on the left, Lee Jones on the right. It's the full 2 children, 1 real hero, a man with a bike about to fight a man with rune-like powers, and a man who is literally Golem from Pokemon. So let's get it on. Golem and Rune Master both stand side by side, and Rune Master looks to Golem and says, I'll deal with the fat one. You take care of the pest and save the one with the bike for me for later. Golem, alright, you always want to have the most fun. And then Golem goes into the ground, and he appears directly behind Moomin Rider, Kirishima, and Lee Jones, as well as Fat Gum. Fat Gum, before he can turn around and look, is rushed by Rune Master. Rune Master comes in. This time, instead of glowing the normal white hue, the runes on his body have turned solid black. As he strikes at Fat Gum feels damage on his interior instead of his exterior. So where he throws the punch towards Fat Gum's body, and his body would normally repel the attack, it this time takes it internally. And Fat Gum doesn't cough up blood, but he does cough with the notion of something isn't right here. So then when Rune Master comes over the top with the right hook, this time Fat Gum blocks high, but the runes on his right arm have turned back from black to going back to white. And this time he goes over and hits him in the face. This one does exterior damage, sending Fat Gum careening towards the wall. Then Rune Master rushes Fat Gum, and he's throwing lefts, rights. These are, that was a left, right. I'm talking about combination after combination, but the difference is he's switching the colors of his runes. So Fat Gum is not able to absorb all of the attacks like he would be able to, because he cannot predict which attacks are actually being thrown at him. Because apparently the white attacks are doing external damage, while the black attacks are doing internal damage. So Fat Gum is on the wall getting maxed out by Rune Master. Not horribly, don't get me wrong, he's not dying, but he's taking a bit of a beating because he's trying to learn his ability. Meanwhile, Lee Jones and Kirishima are trying their best to figure out what to do with Golem, because Golem basically has what Kirishima has, but a lot better as far as an ability. Meanwhile, the day is done. It's dark. Like it's like 7-8 o'clock at night. So it's scary. Like it's not like a daytime fight. It's dark, and the people that were getting beat up, or they still on the ground, just beat up. Like I don't even know why he did that. So Lee Jones takes down to a knee to preserve as much stamina as he can. Takes a knee by Moomin Rider. He reaches for where he thinks his needles are. He realizes that he's out of them. So, left with no other option, Lee Jones looks towards Moomin Rider and asks him, do you have anything else on you? Like any other weapons, or a gun, a knife, a grapple, something. Moomin Rider realizes that he really does not have anything else of his own nature. Then he realizes he has a taser. He takes out the taser, and Golem and Kirishima are, I won't say exactly fighting, but Kirishima is kind of tanking everything that Golem is throwing. Golem right now is literally just doing projecting stone pebbles directly out of his hands and sending them directly towards them. And Kirishima's just in front, hardening up, trying to block them all and take as much damage. Take all the damage that he can, because he wants to be the ultimate shield. As Golem is just This is getting really boring, guys. I was really hoping to fight the fat guy or big man or whatever you want to call him, but this is not looking like a good time. You guys are really disappointing. Moomin Rider then realizes, like I said, he has the taser. He then says, if we can zap him with this should be able to at least do something, right? Lee looks at him and says, unfortunately, he is made of rock, so I can't promise it'll do anything to him if we zap him on his skin. Moomin then says, then I think I've got an idea. Then he puts the taser back in his pocket. He looks towards Lee. How much more ash can you produce? Lee, honestly not very sure. He says, I think I can make one more wolf, if that. But it would be a really straining attack. I can't. And then Moomin puts his hands on both his shoulders. Hey, I didn't ask you what you can't do. I said, can you? And then Lee kind of looks into Moomin's eyes. Moomin's black and sad, bleeding face eyes, and says, I can. So Kirishima's getting he's getting pushed back, but he's getting pushed back, but he's not moving from where he won't be in front of Moomin and Lee. So Moomin gets directly behind Kirishima and whispers something into his ear. And then Kirishima, you want me to do what? And then Moomin pushes Kirishima out of the way, and then the stone pebbles start to fly towards him. And Moomin starts running. I mean running. He goes from I'm talking about full flat. He goes straight in the wind. He's gone. He's running towards the left, and Kirishima was pushed towards the right. He's flanking towards the right. Lee takes out his vape. Golem looks around and says, I have two hands. So then he begins to do the same attack, but now out of each hand, and he's trying to chase both of them down as they're trying to pincer into him. The attack itself, Kirishima runs in. He gets there a little bit faster, even though Moomin obviously was running faster, but Moomin took a longer and wider route where Kirishima cut in a little bit sooner. As Moomin Rider and Kirishima are both reaching their targets, but at two different times, Kirishima takes all the harden that was on his body and tries to condense it and make like a big rock-like fist on his one hand. And as he begins to close in, I'm talking like Golem is lighting him up, because now nothing is protecting this for the most part. So it's all on his hand. So he's getting like cut to shreds with these rocks. And as he gets close and is about to try to make an attempt to make this punch, you see Golem make a protective literal rock helmet around his entire face. His entire face is now covered in stone. Kirishima, still not wavering though, continues to get ready to make the punch. As the punch is about to connect, Golem can't see anything because he's covered his entire face. Golem is then wondering where's the attack, because he knows he would at least feel the impact. As soon as Golem then opens his back up, it's nothing but ash in front of his face. And he's like, oh, this old trick again. And then he uses, not exactly sand, but he uses the gravel to kind of come up and disperse the ash that's in his face. But this will be his downfall. As he disperses the ash that's in his face, he doesn't see Kirishima, who is directly above where he raised up the ash. So the ash is then raised up. The gravel is raised up. More like the earth itself is raised up. It projects not only the ash up, but sends Kirishima directly into the sky. And now Kirishima, with hands still rocked up, I'm talking about full rock, he coming down like a straight up F1. That's not I don't know planes. He coming down like a coming down like he about to use Brave Bird Pokemon. Yeah, come on, man, chill out. And of course, Golem looks up, very unimpressed. He then takes both of his hands and he starts making a very, very large, almost spiral-like rock drill that he's getting ready to blast towards, I almost got my boy's name, Kirishima. Right before he sends out the shot, Moomin Rider finally makes it to the target. And with taser in hand, it's a taser in one hand and something in his back pocket in the other. He reaches around to go to tase, what's our not friend name? Tase Golem directly in the face, right? But Golem puts the rock helmet right back around his head and gets ready to fire at Kirishima. But as he fires, not seeing where he's firing at, turns out that the point was not to stop Golem, was to make him use a powerful attack. As he fires, he doesn't even feel that Moomin has pushed both of his hands down and they've gone from here to there, and he sends out his Rocky missile and it hits Rune Master right in the back. Rune Master, boom! I'm talking about all this. I'm talking about all that. Blew off. Rune Master. He turns around to figure out what's going on. As he turns around, Fat Gum had finally figured out what to absorb and what he just had to endure. And he cocks back and he hits Rune Master with a punch right where he lost body. And I'm talking about, he picks him up with the punch and slams him down into the ground. Rune Master, you thought Moomin was getting hurt? Oh my god, Fat Gum just literally helped extra drill a bigger hole inside of Rune Master's side, slamming him into the ground. Golem releases the thing and says, Rune Master, what Then that's when Moomin Rider takes the taser, shoves it directly in Golem's mouth, and then he takes out another taser, tasers his own arm, and then tases the one inside of Golem's mouth and gives Golem quite the shock. Kirishima, who has already hit the ground, finally runs up behind him and punches him in the back of the head. This was the dumbest attack you could ever witness. But why did it work? Because Moomin Rider made it work. So in one fell swoop, Moomin Rider single-handedly saved Fat Gum, his two children that were not his children but people he was sent to watch, in one fell swoop. He just spazzed on them boys. Like, you got give it up for Moomin Rider, bro. Take him out of One Punch Man and put him over here with the big dogs, bro. Cause like, chill out. Nah, cause he can't handle him over there in One Punch. Put him over here, bro. Lee Jones, Fat Gum, Kirishima, and Moomin Rider. Lee passes out. Kirishima passes out. Moomin Rider, about to die, passes out. Fat Gum, he's okay. He gets them all up, you know, he puts them inside, no diddy, and gets ready to leave until he feels another presence. Behind him is this man. It looks like you know exactly how to be a real hero. Would you mind showing me some of that? we're gonna end it right there. Yep, I'm gonna be a bad person again, bro. Take that. How do y'all feel? Like, comment, and subscribe. I didn't forget about the question. Lee Jones passed. I want to know. I'm not gonna tell you what I want or what I think would be best, because I think it would be fun. But Lee Jones does indeed pass this part of the test. I want to know what you guys think Lee Jones' power up should be for this, after this part of the test. I have a few that I'm going to throw out there. The first one being he can now manipulate 7 Ash Wolves at a time. I know it's not that great, but it's something. You know, it's 2 + 8, 5, 7 beat 5. The other thing is now he can use his Ash abilities instead of 2 minutes and 15 seconds for 2 minutes and 45 seconds, because he's had to now really endure, because he worked literally all day doing what he thought was already dangerous work, to then having to fight for his life in a life or death combat. Or 3, give me something else. Give me something else. Either he gets a new weapon, either, you know, he finds a new ability maybe. Just give me something else. So, but yeah, that's Stain. That's Stain. Stain has now confronted Fat Gum, and he about to try to eat. So, yeah, guys, we're gonna call it right here, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys have liked and enjoyed this. I'm loving this. I need to do actual gameplay on this station, on this channel. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is fun. I love this. Techie Gaming is, I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. I'm out.